Hello everybody. Right now we're going to look into two different types of tools that we use to identify waste. We're going to use the 5 whys and the fishbone diagram. So the 5 whys is essentially you ask why 5 times to see narrow down the scope of what your type of waste is, and also a fishbone diagram that is simply, it looks like a fishbone diagram and it lists out your causes and your effects. So we're going to look into those two different types of tools right now. So 5Y, how does 5Y help? So this helps us identify root causes of problems, and it helps us find a relationship between the root cause and the problem. So it's very easy to use. All you simply do is ask why 5 times. So here we have an example of a 5Y method, and let's say our problem statement is 4 loaves of bread were burnt in the oven. So why were the loaves of bread burnt in the oven? The timer did not go off. So why did the timer not go off? The timer battery was dead. Why was the battery dead? There was not a routine for checking the batteries. Why did we not have a routine for checking batteries? We didn't know how often the battery needed to be replaced. So why was that? We hadn't checked the specs of the lifetime of the battery. So there we determined the cause of the problem statement through a process for 5 whys. Now, how do we use the fishbone diagram? So a fishbone diagram is simply a process of improvements that identify potential causes, and it allows people to look into a deeper understanding of the process by thinking of different things that contribute to it. So with your coworkers, write down the problem statement, which is the effect. So essentially it's the same thing as the 5 why, the problem statement. And then we look into some different categories. And general categories we have here are the method, equipment, people, materials, measurement, and environment. And so we list those things out, and then we write down all the possible causes for each of those categories. And then for each cause, we ask why it has happened and write it as a sub-cause. So we'll go look into the visual example here. So this is what a fishbone diagram looks like. So you see on the right, we have our problem statement. And then we have our effects of method, equipment, people, materials, measurements, and environment. And then below those are sub-causes for each of those different items. Here we have an example of a fishbone diagram for customer orders for pizza delivery that were delayed. So here, the person went through their method, equipment, people, materials, measurements, and environment, and then they dug down deeper into those and found sub-causes for each of those effects. So each of these effects ultimately alters the cause, either good or bad, and so then from this, hopefully, that the employees will be able to find something in this list that will help them not have any more delays with their pizza delivery.